Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about Nidavellir. Psych! We're going to be talking about the expansion, Thingvellir. This is also designed by Sarge Leggett, and it is published by Hatchet Board Games.
Alright, you guys, normally at this point in the video, I would show you guys how to play the game, alright? Well, this is an expansion, and I've already shown you how to play the base game of Nidavellir. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'll put a link to in the description below so that way you can click on that. You can learn how to play Nidavellir. That way, this review will make a lot more sense. But what I will do is kind of explain what this adds to the base game. So first of all, it's got one big main thing.
A little box.
A little box. This is a cute little box. All right, and it all will fit in the base game box, by the way. So what it adds is there's 3 locations in the base game, 3 taverns that you can go to draft your cards from. This adds a whole new location that you can go to called the Nomad Camp. So when you go into the camp, basically, when you bid on your dwarves, and whoever has the highest bid, they get to choose first, right? Well, now, in addition to choosing the first card, from that tavern, instead they can choose to go to the Nomad Camp and choose one of the 5 available random cards from that instead of taking from the tavern. So you're getting one card either way, but you can either choose to have one of these really cool random abilities or whatever was in the tavern. All right, so what's in the Nomad Camp? That's the big thing, right?
What's in it? What's in it?
Well,
Ryan, tell us.
There's 2 things. The first one is there's these mercenaries. These are dwarves, just like you would have that you'd find in the taverns. However, they are capable of being 2 different types of dwarves, 2 different colors. At the end of each scoring round, you're going to choose what they are. So for instance, you can have someone who is orange and blue. And then when it comes to the end of the round, you have to declare what they are going to be. Do you want them in your orange column or do you want them in your blue column? Whatever makes more sense for you at the time. And then at the end of the second round, you do the same thing right before the end of the final scoring. You're basically going to declare the ones you haven't declared yet in order to see how it's going to work out. And if you have the most mercenaries in your group, you also get a chance to kind of wait and see what everybody else does. So if somebody else has a whole bunch of blue cards and you really want to win the blue category, you want to wait and see what everybody else declares their mercenaries as, and then you can hold yours back and wait and see, like, well, you know what? There's no way I can win blue anymore, so I might as well go for whatever, red, whatever I can do, what the other options are on my cards. So that's the whole big thing of the mercenaries. The other thing you're going to find, though, in the Nomad Camp is these artifacts. There's these powerful artifacts that all can do a variety of things. Some of them are just plain scoring abilities. Some of them are special abilities that you can use throughout the game that help you break rules and that kind of thing. So you've got your mercenaries, which are a dual type of dwarf, and then you've got your rule-breaking or point-scoring artifacts. So that's what you can pull from the Nomad Camp. The other thing it adds is we have the leader cards, right? We have the leaders that are always available when you get a set of one of each color. Now there's additional leaders that you can add up there as well. So that's really, really helpful. You have all new strategies to go for, all new things to look at, all new things to chase down as you're making these sets.
One of the things that I really enjoyed about this expansion was I am definitely one of the players that tries to get as many sets as possible. I guess I'm not as good as focusing on one color. I just want all the different special cards. Well, the thing that's cool about the mercenaries is sometimes just with how the card draws or how people outbid you, sometimes what you want isn't out there, but I assure you that one of the mercenaries is going to be. So I like that I had that nether option, that I have another option. To get the set that I want. So I really like that you have those mercenaries as an option and that dual thing, and that it's another route that you can go.
Yeah, I love the extra decision-making points. So at the end of that first round, right, where you're trying to bid to see who has the most control of the columns, so that way you get these special abilities, these extra things. It adds an extra decision level, an extra decision point that you have to look at and see, what am I going to declare this as? And same thing at the end of the game when you're trying to figure out if you want to, if I do it as an orange, that'll have a whole big multiplier. If I do it as a red, then I'll be winning the red column, and then I get to add in the value of my highest token or whatever the case is. So I love how there's this extra decisions that you need to make and declaring who your different mercenaries are. That can be a lot of fun.
I also liked how easy this was to integrate. It's just another option, right? You're still only choosing one card. Basically, you just get everything out and you set it up like you normally do, and then you just keep the rule book with you with the artifacts. So when they come up, you just read it real quick and you're good to go. It was so easy to incorporate this game into a game we already knew. There was really no challenge about it. It was just, it almost set itself up. So it was really easy to blend the expansion in with the the original.
Yeah, it didn't even take any extra time.
No.
Other than just like you said, mentioning, looking up what the individual items as they come out takes 5 seconds each.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, and once you know them, then there's no time at all. I also want to talk about the paths to victory. That was one of the things I really enjoyed about the original base game, was there was a lot of paths to victory. They were all viable and they were all fun. And you know what? This added even more choices, more paths to victory, which I thought was really fun. Now you can go for all these new leaders that are out there and all the things that they can do. There's also, they have all these items and mercenaries, and you can try to do a whole mercenary or artifact strategy. There's all different ways that you can try to maximize your points in this game, and they are all completely fun, and they are all completely capable of winning.
Sometimes some of the artifacts are so strong that you're not allowed to do other things.
Yeah, like
so you really need to focus on that.
One of mine that I got was, it gave you a whole bunch of points, but then it said for the rest of the game you are not eligible to complete a set and get the extra leaders from it.
Yeah.
And I took a risk on it, and it was a lot of fun trying a new strategy. It was something I'd never tried before.
It was a successful risk. Ryan won. It worked out. But I really liked this expansion. I feel like if you have Nidavellir, that adding Thingvellir just makes sense. Like, it doesn't add a ton of time, but it just adds a richer and more fulfilling experience when you play with the game. I thought that this was really easy to blend together, and I enjoyed playing it with the base.
Yeah, I don't see us playing Nidavellir without Thingvellir, just because it's just that much more fun.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can follow us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.